Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on when you're watching this, and welcome to my first commentary of 2012. After, well, what has been, I think it's nearly 2 months off, over 2 months off since I last did a commentary. I posted a video in between, but I've not really been doing any commentaries. And as I die by a glorious spawn, Flag Semtex. It's great news. But I've got myself a game of Domination. This was recorded in January, so it was a mix of Christmas noobs and people obviously that had a bit more experience in the game, and it's my highest scoring game to date, and it's probably one of the last games I recorded while I was using the assault package, because series of things and events that have occurred have basically ruined the assault package for me because of the nature of my connection. I mean, it's so ridiculous. I know I've complained about it before, so I'm not going to complain about it again now. I'm just going to say that basically my future videos will be based around fun, bit of jokes, bit of random, and if I get the occasional high KD game, then brilliant, but more often than not I'll die at a completely random for no apparent reason. In parallel to this, there's a sort of a scenario related within the game, and there's two members of the opposition team which are playing split screen. I'll try and say that in the right order. And basically I'm going to put a scoreboard on the screen just to keep track of, I think it is Kevin in AK-47, I just killed him then, and his number one. But basically it seems a bit unfair, but I kill them so many times, especially at one point where I just kill them over and over again because they try and revenge kill me. But I'll be interesting to see how many times I kill them compared to how many times they get me. I know that they get me at least once with their annoying final stand. That's it, just annoying final stand, but we'll see how it goes. So I didn't post any commentaries in sort of December or January. It's partly due to being apocalyptically ill from a man flu's point of view. Just had a horrible sore throat and sniffle nose, and you couldn't really string together a couple of sentences without needing to stop and blow my nose, so there's no real point in trying to do anything. I also wasn't playing this game. I didn't play this game for almost the whole of December because I was waiting for the updates to come out to try and fix the lag compensation problems I was having before. And I said I wouldn't mention that, and I couldn't avoid it, unfortunately. But that came out, and that was great. And then January was brilliant. I really enjoyed playing Modern Warfare 3 for the first time through most of January. And then the newest title update that came out last week has totally shafted me again, and I am unbelievably at a disadvantage because of my internet connection. And so I stopped playing. Stopped playing competitive sort of team-based games, and activated free-for-all try-hard mode. And I've actually been doing not particularly well in the sense of what you'd expect, but I've not done badly and I can't complain. So I've got some free-for-all gameplays that's going to come forward and come up in the next week or so. So I've also sort of been combining the free-for-all randomness and the sort of trying to work out how to play the game and compensate for the connection problems that I'm having by activating the specialist. Now, free-for-all plus specialist plus obviously a bit of luck and a reasonable connection would result in hopefully some quite nice gameplays and nice KD based gameplays, and hopefully I can progress forward a bit further from my single Moab failure which happened last week, and try and maybe get myself some more chances at bringing off that Moab. Don't know what happens here. This guy completely fails to kill me. I have no idea. Like I said, this was recorded when the game was playing reasonably fair to me, and I felt like accuracy would win over connection every time, rather than what I'm now experiencing, which is connection beats my accuracy regardless. And it's not brilliant, but I get on there in the end. So yeah, it's a free-for-all specialist, and I've also got some plans and some schemes in place to get some interesting prospects of game types, that's the wrong one, some interesting scenarios related to videos together. Like I said, because I'm not going to be producing particularly great gameplay, I don't think, I have a feeling that I'll be progressing into the world of sort of short videos about a certain topic or with a certain thing in mind. And then one of them that I've been talking about with my friends and trying to get some videos together for seems to be going down quite well, so hopefully I'll get that up in or at least started before the end of the month, so that I'm going to need some help with finding videos and getting content, and that will be explained in the first video because it's a bit too difficult to explain without showing you first what sort of video content I need people to save to their theatre mode and send us a link to. Right, well, the gameplay. So basically the gameplay is FAD with red dot sight, and it's my kill hall class with Hardline and Scavenger, and I think I'm using SitRep Pro at the moment because I hate running into bouncing betas and claymores, but also get the advantage of using the headset and sound whoring. But this also section here is what I was referring to earlier as well. This is me versus Kevin AK-47 and Kevin AK-47-1. Patrol this little car area, sort of trying to hold up here for a little bit because it's sort of not pushing into their C-spawn and keeping them sort of dominated here. But basically just keeps running at me again and again and again and again and offers me his face for shooting, basically. I'm using the IMS and the 2 helicopters, 7 and 12. And for some reason, this particular lobby, everyone knows they can shoot down helicopters, but tries to do it only with bullets. So none of them activate a SAM turret or use a rocket launcher. Kill stolen there. Thanks, Y the fat one. Still going to count that as my kill, because obviously I put him into final stand, and as we know from Black Ops, if you put them into final stand, you should get the kill because you did the damage to put him and kill him, basically. And it's his final sort of kill streak scenario that's kept him alive. And because what you need to do in game development is take the things that you've learned from the previous game and the previous generations of game positives that came out of those and completely ignore them. So that's a little rant at good old Infinity Ward for their decision making process when it came to releasing this game, taking some of the stuff out that we all came to enjoy. Now, what else to talk about for 7 minutes? I'm just making stuff up now because it is 7 minutes into the video, but I need to talk to you obviously for another couple of minutes while I finish getting my kills. So playing with quite a large party has also been posing some problems for me recently, and by this I mean I've been playing with a friend or a couple of friends normally because of the problems I'm having with the game. It's really been more fun to be playing with a friend than it has been to be playing on my own, but I didn't realise that playing with a friend was actually responsible for causing me even more problems. And this is something I tested today, and by this I mean I played with a friend, so it was just 2 of us in a party, and we played a couple of games of kill confirmed, a couple of games of camper, a couple of games of kill confirmed, a couple of games of team deathmatch, a couple of games of capture the flag, domination, things like that, and every single one we were getting into piss poor lobbies. We weren't able to utilise my internet connection or my friend's internet connection and get into UK lobbies. We were always on 125 to 150 millisecond ping European games with people from Germany, and Spain and France, etc. Excuse me. And the problem with that is obviously we get a piss poor connection and we just lag around and the game is completely ruined. He then went off and did run some errands and stuff, and I carried on playing on my own, and I started playing Ground War. So I thought, oh, fuck it, I'll go into it and I'll find out if I get the same problems playing on Ground War, which obviously has got more people in it, so therefore the connection should be more obviously a problem. And I was getting absolutely perfect connection games. I was just dying because they're so goddamn hectic, it's unbelievable, and I hadn't got used to the crazy spawn system. At this point in the game, I'm looking around because we get a couple of announcements of enemy UAVs and things, but I can't find them. Now eventually I do find one of them, but I've got a Stinger missile and I've got Hardline on, so obviously taking them down will be to my advantage, but some reason, a lot of the time when I hear the announcement of an enemy UAV and I get my Stinger on to look for it, just can't find it in the sky. A couple of 360s of the skyline, no UAV, and then I get killed because someone knows where I am because I've got a UAV. It's a bit completely random really, but you win some, you lose some, and when you get in or killing as many people as I am at the moment, then I can't really complain. A couple of Pave loads have come in, they've been doing some serious damage for me, but I can't really mention anything more than that about my kill streaks because I deliberately picked them, or the ones that I don't have to control, so that they can just fly around and do so much. Now this bit made me want to rage. Final stand. Fuck you, final stand, just for that reason. If I'd been on a 10 kill streak or 11 kill streak, or even a 22, 23 kill streak and they'd done that, I'd have turned it off and snapped the disc in half. Because there's just no reason why final stand is still in the game. It's probably the most complained about death streak from the last 3 Call of Duties, I'm including this one as well, and yet it still exists. Alright, so I know I wasn't capturing the flags, but I did capture a beer flag on my own at one point, so that's my first gameplay 2012. It's a nice 53 and 6 on Village, and this is a fantastic final kill cam. Puts him in final stand on a weird position, and basically opens his legs and invites him in to come over and fuck him properly. So a bit of damage done for the enemy team there. I hope they enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it, and look forward to some new and fun content for the rest of 2012. It could be a crazy year, it could be a brilliant year, it could be a bit random, but I'm in for making some videos now. I'm back in the zone, back in the mood, back in the mode. So please check out my Moab Heartbreak video if you haven't done so already. It's a bit of fun, it's only a couple of minutes long, but has quite a nice ending, and is my first proper Moab streak, even if maybe or maybe not something happens right at the end just to irritate me. Alright guys, if you could leave us a rate or leave us a comment, let us know if you've liked obviously the fact that I'm back, or you've missed me, that'd be great. Otherwise I'll see you in the next vid. Bye for now.